How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Maddox Motorsports. Today we've got some big upgrades for the Porsche. If you saw the last video, you saw what happened to my brakes. So in this video, we've got two special packages from FCP Euro. We've got some Ferrotto racing pads, and then in this big box, well, two boxes I guess, we have new shiny Sebro rotors. So huge shout out to FCP Euro. If you guys need any parts for your European vehicles, make sure you click the link in the bio. They have this really awesome deal where if you have used consumables, you can send it back if you bought it from them, and they'll just give you your money back to buy a new set. So that's what we're doing for the brake pads on it, because I already have the Ferrottos. Unfortunately, these are just the Porsche rotors, so I had to just buy new ones. But when those do wear out, I will be able to just send them back and then get a brand new set just like that for free. So yeah, make sure you guys click the link in the description and let's get these things installed. So first, the first thing we're gonna need to do is jack the car up. Unfortunately, my car is too low to the ground, even though it is stock height, to even fit this extremely low profile jack under. So I have these little race ramps I just drive the car up on, and then you can slide the jack under pretty easily. So because this car has no central jack point, I'm going to be doing this side by side. So we're going to do by the front left first, then the rear, then the front right, then the rear right. All right, now let's get this wheel off. I found no better way than to just sit down here and pull it off. And because my wheels are covered in brake dust, let's put on some gloves. This would be much easier if I had an impact gun, so subscribe so I can buy one. And we are back 2 hours later because I have these socket sets, but it turns out I don't need a 6-point socket, I need a 12-point socket, and I need a size 12, and what do you know, I'm missing a size 12. So shout out my mom and AutoZone. And the reason I need a 12-point socket is because I have the Tear It stud conversion kit. So I have two 12mm 12-point whatever nuts on the back that I gotta take off, and then we can get this caliper off and then finally get this done. All right, so we got those two bolts off, and then I opened up my brake fluid container so that we can take a screwdriver and we can just pry the brake pads open enough to where we're able to take the caliper off. I also had to take off the brake line clip right here. It's just a simple 10mm, and the caliper is off. Now we got to deal with getting these things off. It should just be a simple screwdriver, so let's see. All right, and we got both of them off, so now hopefully I should just be able to pull this off. I might need two hands. And just like that, it's off. Honestly, pretty good thickness on there, but I mean, it is so ridged up. I don't know if you can even see it. But. So here's the old, and here's the new. Look at that, how beautiful. This one's slotted, this one's drilled, obviously. The thickness is, that one is definitely much thicker and not all scuffed up. So yeah, let's throw this on. And I use the lug nuts to just center it, and just like that, it's on. Look at that. Now we just gotta swap out the pads, and I'm pretty sure they just slide off. And then here's the old pads. They definitely need to be replaced. Look at that. It's all cut into, and there's like, it's not focusing anymore. Focus. There's like no material left on them. So yeah, definitely maybe only 2 track events on these. I think I was pushing it with 3. So let's get the new pads. And here's the difference between a new brake pad and, and what mine looks like. Geez, that's actually insane. Look at the difference. So yeah, let's throw these in, and then we're gonna put some lube on the back so that it's not super squeaky. And make sure you're using high temp. Let's do it. All right, we got the pads in, and we got the caliper back on, and I had my girlfriend step on the brakes, and it works. It stops, and it doesn't turn. So that's what you want your brakes to do, right? All right, now I'm just gonna put the wheel back on, and I've somehow painted my face with brake dust. So I probably have cancer, but let's put the wheel back on, and then we're gonna do the rear one. All right, now I gotta use whatever this is called. I think it's called like a Torx head or something. And we have 2 bolts, and we gotta take the caliper off. I don't have the studs in the back, which I guess I didn't remember that, but I'm gonna have to figure out a way to like hold this up. Maybe I'll have to get a box or something. So we gotta do that, then we gotta do the pads, and then we gotta do the rotor. So let's take this off. All right, so we got the caliper off. Here's my lovely contraption. Shout out Joy Auto and Battery Daddy. Now we gotta take off the rotor and then swap the pads, and then we'll finally be done with this half. Also subscribe so I can buy an exhaust and some coilovers. All right, now once again, should just come right off. Here's the new one, shiny and beautiful, unlike that. All right, we got the new rotor on. Now I'm gonna actually put the caliper on because you can take the pads out with the caliper on. So I'm gonna put the caliper back on, and then we're gonna pull the pin out so that we can get the pads out and slide the new ones in. Let's do that. All right, so here we have the new pads and the old pads. Same thing. They're all chopped up, and the new ones are nice and thick. I mean, that's kind of crazy. All right, so there's pretty much this little pin you gotta pull back here, and then you just want to hammer out this little pin right here. You can just kind of use like a screwdriver and a hammer and just like knock it out. And then after that, this clip, this bracket just kind of comes right off, and you can slide the pads out, slide the new ones in, put it all in reverse, and we got the pads on the back. So I gotta do the other side, front and rear, and I'll come back once we got everything done. All right, guys, we got the other side done. It only took a bit longer because for some reason the brake pads in this one really didn't want to go in. The only thing is, remember when you have to screw back on the like brake line holder? Remember to do that, because otherwise it's going to be really difficult to do it with the wheels back on and you hardly have the car on the ground. Remember to close your brake fluid reservoir, and we should be good to put this baby back on the ground. I tested the brakes and they were all closing, so hopefully we have brakes. We're going to have to set them in, of course, and I'm not gonna be able to do that right now, but maybe tomorrow. But anyway, my back is hurting, I'm tired, I'm hungry. I have Chick-fil-A waiting for me right there that I gotta eat, and an angry girlfriend who wants me to be done with this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and follow so that I can buy, an impact gun, I can buy an exhaust, I can buy coilovers. Make sure to subscribe. I got hopefully some more parts coming soon that we can be able to install. That it's not a performance upgrade, it's cosmetic, but it's gotta look cool too. But yeah, I'll let you guys know if anything is wrong with the brakes, and if there's nothing after this, then everything went right. And if we cut to a video of me crashing into a tree, oh no. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow the Instagram. Big reveal coming soon. Big reveal coming soon. And yeah, bye.